This Sunday is Abangan, the ancient Iranian holiday dedicated to Aban, the waters, and it's in honor of Anahita, the goddess of the water, of purity, renewal, and strength. As Iranians in diaspora who are turning towards these ancestral practices as a way to stay connected to the land of Iran, it's also important that we look at what's happening in Iran today and how access to water is severely limited. The reservoirs in much of Iran are dangerously low. Government officials are warning that Tehran could be out of water in a mere matter of weeks. Sacred bodies of water like Lake Urmia are nearly completely dried up. When we hear things like this, we may want to jump into action to do something to save the water, which isn't necessarily a bad thing to do, but I wonder if what we really need to do first is simply to grieve. Water has always been the element of emotion, of grief, and so it can feel strange to want to turn towards water in order to grieve for water, but maybe that's exactly what we need. We're grieving for the loss of water itself. We're grieving for the lack of access to water. We're grieving for the land that has depended on that water, for the animals and plants that relied on that water. We're grieving for the loss of connection that people have to the natural elements, to water itself. And we're grieving also for this loss of connection to our divine guides, Anahita, these sacred beings that taught us to be in right relationship with the world, and in Anahita's case, especially with the water. So I invite you this Abangan to spend time with water and grieve for the water. Speak to Anahita, apologize to her for having lost sight of our sacred relationship to water. And tell the water that you simply witness the loss and suffering that it's experiencing in the world. It's not limited to Iran. Water justice around the world is becoming more and more of an important issue that many people face. And while there's blame to go around, whether it's climate collapse, whether it's government mismanagement, whether it's fossil fuels, all of the above, what roots all of it and what's underneath it all is this grief that isn't being named. I hope this Abangan that you're able to sit with the water, grieve for the water, grieve with the water, allow the water to hold your grief, and maybe you'll be visited by Anahita herself.